Hi, I'm Hailie from Hailie Jade Hair Extensions, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install our seamless tape hair extensions. So hair extensions aren't just for adding length to your hair. So these tape-ins here I'm just going to be placing at the front of my hair because, as you can see, I'm growing out a fringe that I had about 2 years ago, and this area here is always quite thin, so I want it to be lengthened to about here on both sides. So that's why I'm using the tapes to fill in this gap here. So the tape colours I'm using today are our mixed colours, and this is number 10 and 613. So it will be slightly blonder than my hair, but when I do my regrowth in just a number 4 I normally do, I'm going to do the tops of these tapes as well to blend them in. So I'll be doing that in a couple of weeks. So apparently you're meant to part your hair above the eye that is larger, or the nicer side of your face. So I don't really know which one of my eyes is larger, but let's just say this one is. I like this side of my face better, so that's why I've gone for this side as well. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with the tapes that are going closest to the bottom of the hair. So I want my first tape to probably sit about, probably back here, where you can see my hair starts to gradually climb up. So I'm going to part my hair just above my ear. Now bear in mind you're going to see a lot of greys during this video, so please don't judge. When you're installing your tape hair extensions, you really want to make sure that you think about the placement of like whether your tape extensions are going to face towards the back, which is really good if you wear your hair mainly in a low pulled back ponytail, or if you want them facing more the opposite way, which is really good for if you wear your hair in a high ponytail, because the tapes are going to flip back like that. So if you place them like this way and then try and pull them in a low ponytail, see how it's going to kind of make the tape pucker back. So you kind of want to think about the way you're mainly going to wear your hair. So I mainly wear my hair down in a sort of low to medium ponytail. So I'm going to be facing my tapes probably as much of that angle as possible. And then you also want to make sure that when you pull up the hair, that the hair is going to cover the tape that's sitting there. So I might even take that slightly higher. Okay. Okay, now that we've got that first area ready, just want to pull off the backing paper. I do know that some people like to pull off all of the backing paper off all the tape ins first. I don't like to do that because I think it exposes the tape to air and any moisture in the air, so I just like to pull off the backing paper as I'm using the tape. So for this one, first of all, I've pulled off that backing paper. I'm just going to section out a thin row of hair. Just like that, not too thick, not too thin though, because you don't want the tapes to be too heavy on the hair. Help if I finish that thought. Okay, and then we want to place the tape as close. As possible to the scalp, and then just push that hair onto the tape, and then grab another piece, taking off the backing paper, and then we want to sandwich that on the top like so, squeezing together. I do know that some people like to use pliers to squeeze the tapes together, or even a hair straightener. Pliers are fine if you want to use that. I wouldn't use a hair straightener because I find that that tends to melt the tape, so it can melt into the other hair, or just change the sticky component of the tape, so I don't like to do that. So there's that one piece done. So you can see already that it is filled in this gap here, which is perfect. So that's just from one tape. So obviously at the end I'll cut the tapes into my hair so it looks more natural, but for starters that's perfect. So we'll do the next one. Now I'm just going to brush all my hair down just to see where those tapes are sitting. So the next rows of tape I probably want to put more higher up here. So I've already filled in that section down the bottom there, which is good. So now just going to put maybe just one more to fill in this section here. So that one is going to be quite close to the front, but I'm okay with that because I won't be wearing my hair fully pulled back, so I'll be able to hide it okay. But you do want to think about that as well when you're putting in tape ins, because once it's in there, kind of stuck with it there. As you can see, that is filling in that area a lot nicer than it was before. So I think that's all I want there for now. I'll do this side first, and then I'll see if I want to put more on this side, but I think that should be all right. I ended up using 10 double pieces of tape. So now we're just going to cut it in to where my natural hair ends. So if you're unsure about cutting them, you can always cut it slightly longer, and then you can always go shorter as you go. I do want my hair to kind of have sort of a concave sort of look, just slightly, because I do like the longer layers of hair at the front. And that's the finished result there.